Alright, Brainiacs, buckle up because it's about to get funky. I'm Hugo the Honey Badger, your guide through the wild and wacky world of trivia. Let's pounce on today's mind blower. Ready to dive into the weird and wild? Here's a question to chew on. What military base has a history that's bigger than a lion's roar and crazier than a hyena's laugh? Time to reveal the beast of a topic. We're talking about Fort Stewart, the colossal home of the U.S. Army, packed with more surprises than a jack-in-the-box. Let's roar and explore. So, first things first, Fort Stewart is like the largest Army installation east of the Mississippi River. Imagine a playground for tanks and helicopters stretching over 280,000 acres. Pause for a moment. That's as big as 280,000 football fields. Now, here's a nutty nugget for you. Fort Stewart started as an anti-aircraft artillery training center in 1940. Picture this. Soldiers were learning to swat planes out of the sky like flies, but then, hold on to your fur, this next bit is bonkers. It flipped to helicopter pilot training, that's right, from swatting flies to flying high. Speaking of wild stuff, check this out. Fort Stewart is super close to the East Coast and 2 deep water ports. It's like having a cheetah's speed for moving troops and gear during wartime. Zoom zoom, right? And now, here's where it gets extra spicy. Fort Stewart isn't just a military base. Nope, it's a big part of the local community, too. It helps the local economy, and there's like housing, schools, and even healthcare facilities. Talk about a community hero. Okay, switching rivers. Imagine if Fort Stewart was never made a permanent installation. Would it still be a giant playground for tanks and helicopters today? What a puzzler, right? Next up is a doozy. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, the base's population shot up like a gazelle from 3,500 to over 30,000 in just 2 weeks. Whoa, that's a lot of soldiers in a flash. But wait, there's more! Fort Stewart also moonlighted as a cooks and bakers school. Can you imagine soldiers flipping pancakes and baking bread? Deliciously surprising, right? Bear with me, this gets wild. I daydream about being a helicopter pilot there. Picture me, Hugo, zooming through the skies, mane blowing in the wind, dodging clouds like a nimble squirrel. Ah, what a life. Before we wrap up, get ready to rock and roll next time when we dive into Fort Benning. Could it be as wild and wonderful as Fort Stewart? And that's the tail end of that tale, for real. Till next time, stay wild and wonderful. Keep your tails wagging and stay curious, little one.